we're going to be stepping into this matchup very shortly. Who have you got your eyes on? Which of these big performance heroes do we have coming out from either team right now?
I'd say Vici Gaming, their team fight is way, way stronger. They have a couple of ways of pulling off the combo. They don't necessarily need to use Vacuum into Static Storm, into Impale, Sven following it up, because they will be dead way before it. But a lot of big ulti cooldowns on their side.
Yeah.
If you have 4 or more big ulti cooldowns, you can still take a fight. You like to use the word cycle, right? So
yeah.
Two of those are available, 2 are on cooldown. You can still take a fight. You can still fight in Roche Pit. So I'm going to go with Vici Gaming here.
Alrighty, well, we are all loaded up into the game. Let's throw it across to the commentary. This is NIP versus Vici Gaming with Gary and Larry.
Gary and Larry. Oh, boy. Leisure Suit Larry over here. Lacoste, how you doing?
I'm good, my boy Gary.
Nice. Are you zooming in on Couriers? You were looking at it at the same time Scriff was. That beautiful little thing.
Great minds think alike.
These players are just digging up battle points non-stop. How are they doing it? And here we go. Vici against NIP. It looks like Ace will be wandering up top, making up that tri-lane for NIP that we called. Mid lane should be that Monkey King for Fata. Against that Death Prophet, of course. Who do we like in this kind of tri-v-tri scenario? Or does Vici Gaming actually meet them 3v3?
Not necessarily. Vici Gaming wants to play double lanes because they have Darkseer and Nyx Assassin. Pretty strong combo, but if NIP decides to run a tri-lane, they will contest them.
Yang, Mr. Triple Mango. Plenty of mana to play around with to spam out those ion shells. It looks like the Disruptor's trying to scout for any Observer wards mid, and I think he might find one. Yeah, he's going to find one there, so he knows there's a Northern ward. Should be able to get the nice, beautifully done. Really, really well played by Fade. So there's a couple of spots in that mid lane, both Radiant and Dire side, where you can actually scout out a couple of the Observer ward placements just by moving your body, or even just a Treant, you know, a summon in there to force the tower to attack you.
That's 200 IQ play right there. Look at our boy Ogre, man. He's so fat.
He's a big boy.
8 armor when he's standing near tier 1 tower because it also got buffed. 11 armor. You don't dive this hero. Stout shield on top of it.
So who do they actually have up here? Shadow Shaman and Ogre. So they're swapping the lane. Yeah, they're swapping the lanes around. They see that the Darkseer has moved up top, and they will TP. PPD down towards bottom lane. No glimpse for Fade, unfortunately. Can't send him all the way back. So we'll set up with Fade and Paparazzi down bottom. DY is here to help out as well. But like you're saying, PPD, not a care in the world. He's a
6.3 base region per second.
Yeah, no tango going or anything. But he does have a mango, to be fair.
Oh, sorry about that one. 0.6.
So it looks like they will match the 3v3. Vici Gaming force it to them down in this bottom lane. And like we were saying on the panel, this kind of Dire side does have that large camp to pull. But it seems like they want the hero matchups to be a little bit better. They do not want the Doom against Darkseer 1v1. So they're going to shift up top with Paparazzi. Yang, iron shelling away onto 3-3. Devour is there, 12.6
nice
HP regen.
block.
The creeps, no, don't get in front of him. 3-3, he is being burnt down slowly but surely, and a couple more hits will seal their kill.
That was godlike.
First blood spilt by Yang, really nicely done by both of them. The rotation from Paparazzi, it leaves him low. He is bleeding out, but they get that first kill.
He's gonna need to bring some kind of a regen because he's extremely low, doesn't have any mana nor HP whatsoever. Sadly, okay, Darkseer just bought a bottle and he's gonna fill him up.
What a lovely lad Yang is. Oh, does he get top rune? Come on, tell me Yang gets a DD rune or something. Come on. Hey, oh, look at that. That's a haste rune.
Getting the boys too fat.
He can't be killed. Even with level 2 Thunderstrike, he just walks it off. Even had 5 stick charges to fall back on, if need be. So they'll make him play onto the troll instead. He's got the melee axes. Pops out his stick. Fade coming in from the right-hand side. A couple more clicks. The misses, though. Oh, the stout shield. He's trying to get away, but a glimpse back finally into the waiting arms of Paparazzi.
Paparazzi high-five him Mango because Disruptor was out of mana, and they got the kill with the glimpse. Bounty runes coming in 20 seconds. Fade, he's just gonna suicide, but Ogre will pick up some juicy XP from that kill because Disruptor is level 4. Extremely high level. That's because they were swapping the lanes, and sometimes supports don't want to swap first, so instead they are staying on the lane, picking up the solo XP.
It looks like it'll be a 2-for-2 rune exchange. 3-3 gets forced away from the southern runes and getting caught as well. Again, this tri-lane around the Darkseer, as 3-3 trapped inside that kinetic field, will try and weasel himself out of this situation through the trees, back again, down south, off to the east. He's dancing, he's spinning on the spot, but the clicks are there. Fade yet again getting involved. This does leave the Sven alone up top, but you see what Paparazzi's doing. He's just pulling. He's pulling the wave.
NIP needs to play aggressive, and 3 heroes are showing on the bottom lane. They need to try to kill this Sven, because you know he's alone. And a lot of mana is expended on the bottom lane to commit for this Doom, because he's tanky. Doesn't have much armor, but has almost 1,000 HP right now.
The great thing is, they've given this Darkseer such a great start. Even though this Doom has the Devour, Darkseer is halfway through level 5 with Soul Ring Bottle, and will start to make his way towards those aura items, those team fight items. They're trying to make a play on Doom again. They're pinging this out. Bringing DY and Fade again to the bottom spot. 3-3 very, very patiently back in the trees, but here we go. DY sprints forward with a haste rune, but they'll find the Doom. TPs are coming in from NIP though, as they'll drop 3-3 to half HP. Saxa from the back will get the shackles in, and the Monkey King rotation arriving just in time. 3-3 surviving for the meanwhile as he's chased down by Yang. The Iron Shell and the final punch will take him out, but Fata does get a trade. Kills off the Disruptor, looks for DY, but a nice little cut on the tree. The stun down, and in comes the Exorcism. The DP's come in. She wants to play. Shackles on the left. Saxa does find Yang, but Fata is in all sorts of trouble until he skirts himself through the trees up to the north. Does he have a TP? He doesn't. He tries to turn into a tree, but it will be Ori with the Ghost, finally finding that takedown.
They're going to put some pressure on this tier 1 tower on bottom lane. You could see Fata, Monkey King players, they're not afraid of leaving solo XP on a mid lane, rotating, grabbing a kill or two, but sadly he died. And PPD, they grabbed a kill on Paparazzi on the top lane. Like, Ogre, you want to max out that Fire Blast.
Yeah. Get to level 6 as quickly as you can. Get that Fire Blast multicast going. It gives you a lot of kill threat.
Doom almost survived there because of the 1 extra armor that the tier 1 tower now gives, but Darkseer was greedy enough to run underneath the tower and grab that kill.
You've got to finish what you start. Here we go, double Iron Shell surging forward. Fade has the glimpse, and they drag Ace back into these 2 nasty, nasty heroes. Paparazzi looking just to clear it up, but it will be Fade that takes the final touch.
There's no point in using battle trends there, you're just gonna waste it, and
The Troll, the Ogre will turn to fight. Saxa there with an Ether Shock back into the face of the Nyx Assassin, and he's a goner. Vici tried to snap back into action in that top half of the map.
Saxa blocked them off with really nice Serpent Wards. They saw their positioning, like this is a big choke point when you're playing Shadow Shaman. Same goes for here or here. Like you can block the whole enemy team off with them.
And the thing there is, you know, you're wondering, why did the DP die bottom lane? Why is she just pushing tier 2 alone? The fact that they have these wards watching mid lane and they know that NIP had 3 or 4 heroes top, Ori's just playing as if the DP has 4 heroes behind her. She's playing that game, you know? Sven is farming jungle. They've got Darkseer in the jungle. Nobody really is showing on the map from Vici Gaming. So Ori's playing that really tightrope game where you're trying to force your opponents to think that you've got people defending you.
It's a cool strat, but in public games it doesn't work most of the time.
Because you always get gone on.
Yeah, it's really
people
hard
don't think
to play
in pub games, they just go.
Exorcism is up.
PPD. He's going to tank it. Are those little fishies? Are they ghost fish?
Yes, they are, Gary.
So pretty.
What is that cosmetic?
I don't know. I want it. Ghosts of Eternal Testament. Nice. Scriff knows what we want. He clicks the buttons. Fata's Monkey King just jump in across the canopy, bouncing from tree to tree, making sure that top lane is shoved in. And NIP did get a whole ton of sentries and obs wards down in that dire jungle area. It's being pinged out, unfortunately, by Vici Gaming. They've got a good, solid idea where that very deep obs is. As NIP will smoke up.
They know Exorcism is down. Doom will be ready in a couple of seconds. They want to take this tier 1 tower because it's really important for them. They can... Like, Sven loves to farm jungle, and they want to be able to enter the jungle, so they can't really TP on tier 1. Darkseer is being pinged out.
Man, that move by Ori is so nice. The DP goes and farms one camp because they kind of know there's an obs ward there, so they're trying to show the DP farming away from that mid-tier 1, maybe try and force them to go and gank her. But NIP very wisely just say, no, we're here for the objective. We're not going to go on a mad wild goose chase after a death prophet. We'll take the objective we need, and then we'll move into that jungle, play into our vision.
PPD is so unlucky. I still didn't see him using Fire Blast multicast.
Oh, yeah? He'll get it this time. Thinking about going on Ori. NIP spreading up towards the top tier 2, though. And they've got perfect vision of the area, so Vici Gaming scan it up. They catch a glimpse. Yeah, it turns red for a couple of seconds.
And this is the build I like to see on Troll Warlord. The Fusel Blade, it gives you so much stats, damage, and especially since you have increased attack speed from Bloodlust. Like more mana burn, more damage, EPD.
Well,
still no multicast.
A bit of deja vu there. Second time in a row, Ogre stands on the high ground, waits for Vici Gaming to come. But that's his job. That's his job. He makes sure the rest of his team are able to TP out after claiming a couple of objectives. And
If he breaks the smoke and dies, it's still worth it for him. Because he saved his cores. Shadow Shaman has Ether Lens, just needs to use the courier and disassemble Arcane Boots.
What's Sven up to? I can see he's got almost 7,000 net worth after the Hand of Midas. So yeah, 80 gold away from the Echo Saber. And after... Oh, he's not going to get the bounty rune. It's already been taken. 3-3's grabbed it. Ace all alone down bottom. He's pulling a bit of an Ori here, pretending he's got teammates behind him. He's going to get found by 3 of Vici Gaming, and he's gone. Maybe an additional kill here. Bonus, as Fade will find Saxa. Caught inside that kinetic field, and Ori just charges forward.
They need this Exorcism level 2. It goes from 8 ghosts to 16. That's pretty big difference in a team fight, but the DP is out of mana. Still 800 gold away from that Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, they don't have bottom shrine to play with. It looks like Vici want to try and make a move on that mid-tier 1. A little bit spooky, though, with NIP having everything in their arsenal available.
I like what Yang is doing. He's like, I don't want to give you 200 gold for my dominated creep every single time the Doom has it. That has the Devour already. So he's not even going for Helm of the Dominator. He's just tanking up with the mech.
Hey, what Arcane's mech into Lotus might be a really nice item progression this game for the Darkseer. Against the Fire Blast, the Hex, the Doom. Fata making his home, making a little tree house. He has made sure that that creep wave has not left that top dire tier 2. Constantly forcing Vici Gaming to come back and defend and address the issue, but look at Fade. He might be able to spot out Monkey King here. Nice deep observer ward. Won't be able to see him. There we go. Now he knows. And Nyx Assassin will move forward. PPD 3-3 and Fata all spotted by this. The trouble is, they're Sven and Darkseer. They are absolutely miles away. So team fight contribution from those two, pretty much nil for the next couple of minutes.
Now they want to make a move. Dead Prophet just needs to use the courier to grab that Aghanim Scepter. Ulti is ready. Sven has that Echo Saber, Hand of Midas, working towards BKB. Feels like their team fight is way, way stronger right now.
Yeah, this is their first timing, right? This is where they hit their first timing. DP Ags, Mech on Darkseer, Echo Saber Sven. There's a quick little stun in and a run out from DY. Nyx pokes his head into the fight and then decides to dodge. But where do they go, Lacoste? Where do they play into? Mid-tier 1, Roshan, top tier 1. Vici Gaming have a lot of objectives to try and focus. They might be just forced to go into Roche because NIP have started it already.
Oh, they could have seen this Ignite from Ogre, but they don't know about it. Vici Gaming just used the scan, I'm sure they can make it there in time. It's a freebie for NIP.
It's already dead. Very sneaky. Quick Aegis grab. The fight. They still want to make it happen here. Ori moves in. PPD runs back out, and a massive boundless strike will catch the 5 of them as a Stormhammer from Paparazzi looks for Saxa. Fata doesn't want to really force a continuation here, even with a double damage rune. He'd ideally want Vici Gaming to dive a little bit deeper, since Saxa dropping there does lose them a lot of their teamfight control.
The thing I love about the DP Ags is if you just use it, you might... it might seem that you popped your ulti, but you actually didn't. Like, oh, she used ulti, we need to run back, and then she has her ulti. Like, you can deceive.
It gets into your head.
Yeah.
Anyone can buy wards, and anyone can buy the courier. If your team needs something, don't be afraid to buy it. Looking at you core
no,
players. What do you mean it's a no? If my cores aren't buying dust against an Invis hero, I'm getting upset. Oh, look at that. That's a good one as well. Farming in the jungle can be dangerous. You may want to buy and place a few wards to prevent enemy attempts to ambush you. These tips were the best thing to be added to Dota 2 in years.
How many times did you buy obs when you were playing carry or mid?
Oh, lots of times when I got 7 slotted. You know, you're playing an Alka or Tinker or something, it's 50 minutes into the game, and you're like, I've got 10k gold, I can buy everything.
Radiant's middle tower.
Apart from that, nah. Dust and Gem, though, yes. Sometimes you just need that reveal.
Oh, he got him.
He did get him. Do they have a tree cutter? Lumberjack? Hello? No, they do. Oh, yes, they do. Paparazzi gets him on the way out. Nicely done by Vici Gaming. Fata, he's been called out on his game. Playing that top lane a little too long. Finally gets punished for it.
Exorcism is still up if they want to use it. PPD once again trying to bait some spells.
Look at those ghosts coming out. Glimpsed back in. There's the multicast. A couple of multicasts. Nothing really he can do, though, to keep himself alive. And this is a weird position for NIP to be in. They took Roshan, they got Aegis, and now they've been picked off a couple of times while Vici Gaming take full map control, it feels like.
NIP can't fight right now. They have 3 BKBs coming. Troll, Doom, and Monkey King. They need to finish those off before they can take a fight. And this is your position 5 Nyx Assassin, who almost has Spirit Vessel. It feels like they are sharing these observers and sentries, so both of the supports will get farm. They need a saving item on Disruptor. Soon Glimmer to be finished, and this Spirit Vessel will do really amazing against the Troll Warlord. He's not going to be able to lifesteal off. Same goes for Doom.
Oh, Ace decides to turn and fight. Pops the Battle Trance. Will lose his first life here, and it looks like NIP are just going to completely give up.
Yeah, see a Troll.
Lose 2 lives. He's being spam pinged out, saying, hey, they've ditched him, they've bailed. No way of saving that Troll. NIP, they did have 3 heroes in the vicinity, but they realized very quickly that Vici Gaming brought the numbers. Again, moving as a pack, this 5-man rotation, as they also get some BKBs of their own. Sven has grabbed his now. Fata.
Monkey King.
Boundless Strike is there, but he's been tickled by the Ion Shell. A couple of seconds until he can jump on the trees. He's glimpsed back into the waiting arms of Paparazzi, and now finished off again. NIP bleeding out kills. Quick succession there as well. Vici Gaming just playing so quickly.
Yeah, they're moving around the map so quickly. Also, they have a good vision game. Nyx Assassin scouting things out. Darkseer hasted, Surge in front of them. So there's always a guaranteed glimpse.
I'm mesmerized by these ghosts. DP Ags. What a world we live in.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Quick and easy tier 2 down bottom. No contest from NIP. As we do have a 5.
Ghost out. That's a lot of damage.
Is that like wax on, wax off? Mr. Miyagi teaching Death Prophet. Where's PPD going? Is he faking the ward? Pretending. Just wanders up to the ramp. Realizes he doesn't want anything to do with the Sven.
We still didn't see the full combo from Vici Gaming. If we do, this game might just end. Sven is level 17. Once he gets to level 18, the amount of the physical damage that he does is just insane. So NIP should finish off their BKBs and then try to fight. Doom has one ready. Fada still far away from him. Troll, he's gonna get it after this camp.
Pretty much done on Troll. Is that go time for NIP though? Is that when you want to try and make a move yourselves, or are you still waiting for Vici Gaming to come to you?
I mean, they need to do something right now. Net worth lead is only increasing. It increased like 4,000 in less than 3 minutes. And now DP wants to fight. She has this Arcane Rune, level 15, on top of Yule Scepter.
Oh boy. PPD, I don't think that's where you want to be. Will be able to walk it off a little bit, but DY surged up, charges forward with that movement speed as they've shackled up the Disruptor in the Serpent Wards, and DP popping the ulti in the back. They've doomed the Darkseer, so no Greaves, no Vac Wall, and NIP, they have baited out Vici Gaming a little bit, waiting for them to make that false move under the tier 2 as Doom drops and the shackles with the Wukongs. Ace going wild onto Ori now, the Surge trying to get her out, the Yule Scepter will be forced, but she is trapped inside, still with the movement speed going,
So
turns
speedy.
and fights, but there we go. NIP, a decent fight for them, even with the buyback of Doom, they get that advantage.
That's exactly what they needed. They had these 2 BKBs so they can take the fight. Also, Disruptor a little bit greedy there. They went for a play where he surges in Nyx Assassin to get a good glimpse back, but he was caught in a really bad position. Once again, PPD throws his body in front. Like, I don't care if I die. He used Bloodlust on the tower, he used Bloodlust on the Troll, used stun once. He's ready to die.
Every spell or right click that gets used on that Ogre is a spell or right click that doesn't get used on Troll or Monkey. And that is PPD's job. The damage sink. And I'm wondering here, Yang, he's got to know that he is a really kind of primary target for that Doom. No Lincolns, no Lotus Orb queued up. Still going for those pretty teamfight-oriented items in the Greaves and into Crimson Guard now.
I feel like Vici Gaming will still decide to take another fight because they popped it, Exorcism with Arcane Rune, and next one will be ready soon. Also, Roche may respawn in a minute and a half, so even if they lose a fight, they will still be able to defend Roche.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
They're doing it.
Here we go. Straight onto the Monkey King. He does have a BKB, but he might get blown up before that happens. The Vac back in, and Paparazzi absolutely annihilates NIP. Chasing down Ace now into the tier 3. His BKB is about to wear off. A quick little diffusal inhibit there to slow down the Sven, but a nice glimpse back into the Stack Storm will force the Troll into his grave.
And they didn't even pop Exorcism for that one.
And they didn't use Wall either. That was reasonably low committal from Vici Gaming. So a very simple tier 2. Even through backdoor regeneration. Get the Ghost going. Paparazzi slapping away at it. I believe. Come on. Creeps finally arrived to make it a little easier.
Now it's time to pop that DP ulti. What? I mean, you don't even need it. You have this mini DP budget ulti with Aghanim Scepter. Oh my, that damage is actually insane.
They just walk up, take the tier 3 and say thank you very much. We're going to go back to Shrines now. Roshan is very likely ours to control. And maybe if they find that 3-3 Doom down south, he has BKB but no TP. They've actually backed Fata. And BKB forced out on the Monkey King and they've doomed up the Darkseer now. The Serpent Wall's thrown in with the Wukong's command, trying to control that Paparazzi, but he's BKB'd and he's turned tail to run, TPing home. Ace will find Fade at long last. NIP getting these pickoffs as a stun will not come. The DP is out of there and they will have to be content with a Darkseer kill and give it to Ace for a double kill.
Still had Doom level 1 at level 14, still has it.
Huh?
Does he realize this? Like, you want to max out Infernal Blade, he maxed Devour in the laning stage, but just by having one less point in Scorched Earth is way better.
What's the scaling on Doom? Just damage, right?
Yes. It adds,
increase
extra 15 damage, but it's pure damage.
Interesting. DY? Pretty tanky on that Nyx, honestly, with a Spirit Vessel fully complete.
Even though it's 6,000 gold lead for Vici Gaming, NIP can still take this fight. We didn't see big Wukong's command this game, but if they manage to use it, Now the Shadow Shaman is level 16 with Ether Lance and Blink Dagger plus a cast range. He can keep them in that Wukong's.
It just feels a bit awkward for NIP, where they need a choke point to fight in, it feels like. You know, they need to be moving towards these staircases, these ramps, trying to push towards that Roshan pit potentially, whereas Vici Gaming can create a choke point of their own with Darkseer. Vac them all back into that Sven Stormhammer. Much easier for Vici Gaming to execute these team fights. And they are absolutely charging down that middle lane. Some good warding out from NIP though, watching for the entry points on that eastern jungle. So they do spot out the Disruptor and the Nyx Assassin coming in. As Vici look for the Northern Shrine. Again, that Roshan control. 1 minute, 10 seconds until the big man returns to his cave.
They're preparing for Roshan. Vici Gaming definitely has a stronger Rosh lineup, but NIP's lineup is also good. You have Wukong's command, you have Shadow Shaman wards, but it's hard to fight into DP ulti, Vacuum Wall, Nyx Assassin. It's just way better. Also a double damage just spawned.
Oh, nice. Paparazzi bottles it up. DD with a Crystallis ready to go. NIP, they are smoked, looking to defend this tier 2. PPD got a quick little obs down away from the kind of more natural dewarding or sentry areas that the Dire team would like to use as the BKBs immediately thrown in. Paparazzi gets chased back a little bit by Ace and Fata, but there's trouble on the front end as Nyx Assassin barely escapes with his life, and a quick little doom onto the back end with Paparazzi turning straight towards Ace's Troll. 3-3 charging forward, will finally find the Darkseer now with Wukong's command in the choke point. This looks decent for NIP. The trouble is they've got a couple of low HP heroes, Ace one of them, 3-3 the other, and a final mana burnout from DY will secure that Troll kill. Ogre buying back and immediately losing his life to DY puts Vici Gaming in such prime position now to take this game.
Monkey, he's gonna get Glimpse back. It was kind of premature ulti by Troll Warlord. They needed some extra damage. Maybe that's why he decided to pop it to kill off this Darkseer. Also, Darkseer needs to be careful about his positioning. Just stay as far as possible to not get doomed.
It seems now that Vici in such a dominant position, though, that even if the Darkseer gets doomed, like, he didn't cast a single spell that fight, right? Didn't get anything off, really.
Well, 33 knows what's up. Like, he knows he's the primary target for Doom, and he does it every single time.
Darkseer used Crimson Guard and Surge. That's all he got off in the fight. And Vici Gaming still win it convincingly. And now straight into Roshan. Aegis and Cheese. Here for this Sven and DP. Daedalus pretty much complete for Paparazzi as well. The Demon Edge in the backpack and the recipe not too far away. But bounty runes the cost. They've spawned.
Nyx Assassin will be picking up the bottom ones. It feels like it's gonna be 4 bounties for Vici Gaming as well. Top 3 net worth heroes all on side of Vici.
And the top one is donkey's years away from any of his counterparts. 5k difference between the Sven.
How long do donkeys live?
Long time.
That's the answer I was looking for.
You're welcome, dude. I have literally no idea.
Probably around
We should call it
40.
See, I actually don't know why that's a phrase in English. We should call it tortoise years or something.
Yeah.
Because they live for a long ass time.
25 to 30 years.
Okay. Donkey lifespan. Learning with Larry and Gary. I hate you, Nomad. It's now stuck. Here we go. Daedalus time for Paparazzi. Has that Blink Dagger to make the jump onto this Monkey and Troll as well. And Ori with that Aegis of the Immortal as they do try and collapse towards that Radiant base. They've pushed out mid and bottom lane. NIP was still trying to prep for a defense of the tier 2, but Vici Gaming want nothing of it. They've got other objectives in their sights. Even though NIP haven't completely lost their base. It's still looking pretty bad for them as they do make a jump with DY. Paparazzi follows, needs a crit here, will get it, but Ace turns with the BKB Battle Trance. Manages to stay alive for a few seconds longer. The trouble is, Ori and Paparazzi still in full fighting form. Another stun will arrive with the connect field down. 3-3 charges forward with the Doom onto the Sven. The Darkseer can come in though. DY doesn't throw an Impale, but they've already killed off the Troll. Dead for 50 with no buyback. And a Yules onto the Monkey King will trap Vata inside with Ori. Don't get the kill on him, but they will turn back for 3-3 in what looks like an absolute bloodbath. 4 versus 1. The Doom has nothing to do. And a quick stun from DY catches PPD all the way inside that Radiant base for an additional bonus kill. And Vici Gaming looks like they're walking it in.
Oh, Surge.
Oh, they kill the Sven.
He had the cheese. He got it at the exact same time because someone high-fived him the cheese, but still, this game feels like it's gonna end pretty soon.
Sven's dead for 75, but their NRP are gonna lose their base. This Death Prophet shreds the buildings. Down goes that bottom lane of barracks. Shadow Shaman, yeah, can buy back. Saxa will return. They're going to make a play. They've defended their bottom lane. They're looking for kills. Yang surging with the help of that kinetic field. They trap Vata back. DY, the bash.
Ranged
bash from the Troll. It comes out and secures it as Vata does leap across the treetops. And with the Hex and Shackle, Saxa with that buyback sets up for 2 kills. By all means, I didn't think they would be able to get. They defend their barracks. They defend their base. They've only lost tier 3s.
Yeah, nice play from Saxa there. He controlled the front line and then he DP'd back their shrine and got 1 more extra kill from it. They still have Aegis on DP for a minute and a half, and around 35-minute mark the 2 extra siege units will spawn, and they will try to push at the exact same timing. Oh, and Shadow Shaman, he has Arcane Rune and is level 21.
Yeah, Aetherlens Blink, and the majority of his BKB is also done. NIP comes straight out of their base, find an objective. Vata glimpsed, forced to use his BKB, but in comes Paparazzi. Can he cleave off the creeps? Not quite there. He'll look for PPD. 1 tap down. There's the crit. Wrong target, unfortunately, as Vata leaps and bounds across the map, but he's caught by DY. The next assassin, he knows he's found him. Oh, he tries the AoE stun, but doesn't quite get it. Now Fade, watching the monkey jump across to that northern side, and it looks like they've given up on him.
Oh, there was no trust. If Fade believed the ping that Nyx Assassin did, he could have used the Static Storm on top of him.
That would have been big.
Also, nice try from Sven there. Like, he dragged the creeps, the neutral ones, and tried to stun them.
Yeah. Tried to get that AoE stun up on top of that treetop. Well, NIP, again, barely scraping away with their lives. They're holding on. They are holding on to this game, and with that Aegis and cheese on Vici Gaming, they've not actually been able to take a massive amount of structural damage. That's not going to last for too long. 15 seconds is all we have left on that Aegis of the Immortal.
Bounty runes is going to be 2 for 2. Even though it's 13,000 lead for Vici Gaming, NIP still showing that they can win this game.
Yeah. And if they're able to kind of push out here, move into that dire jungle, shove out that top wave, which Vata has been doing exceptionally well, and maybe even just defend their mid lane and push that out a little bit, they still look in reasonably good shape. But Vici Gaming, they are grouping up. They want to close this one out, and they know they're powerful. They just need to show it now. Smoked up as 5. Looking for the jump. Limited vision, though. Nothing inside the Radiant base. They can't see anything. 1 Obs Ward placed down on the low ground. But NIP so patient. Not showing anywhere. And the pings come out for that shrine.
I like what Vata has in his backpack, Quelling Blade and Tango. If he decides to go full bad mannered, like game is over, he puts that in his inventory and then cuts down the trees that he's sitting on. Just end game.
Just stuns himself. I give my body.
That's gonna be a second shrine. Next Roche may respawn in a minute and 50 seconds.
The map is closing in on NIP. They've not been farming the past couple of minutes. They definitely have been stuck in their base, just pushing out waves that have come their way. But hey, look at that. Sven buys a butterfly. Evasion time for Paparazzi.
They
Makes sense against the monkey and the troll.
They have nothing that pierces through evasion besides Maelstrom procs.
It's a pretty nice grab, honestly, for that Sven. We see that so rarely nowadays, you know. Buying butterfly on strength carries.
Item here because it still gives him attack speed, and you're playing against two cores who rely on dealing heavy right-click damage.
I'll never forget when Notel used to play Tiny and bought Butterfly as like his second item.
With Io, Aghanim, Aghs, Butterfly.
Aghs, Butterfly. Oh, the glory days. Oh, quick blink from Paparazzi. No Hex from Saxa.
They have
and
the
DY
gem.
misses out. Uncharacteristic whiff on that stun, but they've caught one big target. Down goes Fattest Monkey King. Buyback is available, but in moves DY. Looking for 3-3 and PPD. In jumps Paparazzi as well. And the big crits. He always gets it on the last hit on PPD. 1600 damage as the glimpse cancelled out by that BKB of Ace, but it's now on cooldown for 65 seconds. Hey, Saxa.
Oh, Saxa's going for tier 3 tower.
Hey,
We're
you
on a top
sneaky,
lane.
sneaky devil. Where are you off to?
He's being pinged out, they know.
The TP's going in. Saxa gets the Serpent Walls down. DY! Again with the miss. The BKB of Saxa, he did get it in the end, so he's able to blink and TP away. They clear out the Serpent Walls, losing a tier 3 though.
It's still worth it for NIP. Like this move from Saxa, he delayed the push and got the tier 3 tower on top.
Forces them all back, and with the Trolls BKB being on cooldown, that is now a breath of fresh air. That's time for the Troll. Back up in 20. When is next Roche? 1 minute 25. It's getting tight. 14k net worth lead, now down to 13. Like you were saying, not really indicative of really where this game is sitting right now. It's on a knife's edge. One big team fight, one way or the other, gets potentially a Roshan and that game-winning third Roche. Could be an upset here. They spot out Ace with a DD. Fade getting jumped by PPD, but there we have it with the wall drop down on the Troll. A nice Doom catches out the DP, but she surged away to safety as Troll is going to turn and kill the illusions. Yeah, that's it. You battle trance those illusions real good. PPD trapped inside the pit. The DP is doomed, but she's still railing away at these NRP heroes. And DY hunting down, looking for Saxa. The BKB Shadow Shaman does have a TP to escape the danger, but Ninjas in Pyjamas losing the Troll and the Ogre. Two key heroes very quickly, and Vici Gaming can open up the rest of this map now. Top tier 2, maybe even just in the mid barracks it looks like they're looking for.
They just wanted to force a buyback, and Roche will respawn in 15 seconds. It's a pretty long respawn time, so they know it's going to be up soon. It's being pinged out.
It's been a long time coming, this tier 2. Finally dropping for Vici Gaming. And there it is, Refresher Shard Roche. And an Arcane Rune for Ori as well. Goodness gracious me.
Everything's looking good for Vici Gaming right now. Oh, that Arcane Rune, it's the best rune you can get on DP.
Oh.
But if you have Sven, who's extremely greedy, he can steal it from you.
God Strength and BKB is nice as well, I guess.
He also went for cooldown reduction on Stormhammer, so with Arcane Rune it's 4.9.
Oh, damn.
Second. Oof.
Smoked up and clearing out that mid-wave. Vici Gaming actually pushing forward. NIP very much stacked down in that bottom Radiant jungle, though. PPD looking towards the ramps. He made that move to look for a potential smoke. Didn't find the pop on it. And NIP will just continue pushing down bottom lane. 3-3, the only one showing on the map, really, here. He's getting pretty big on this Doom now. Devour bonus gold kicking in real hard. Refresher Orb is complete. Double Dooms are coming. Oh, there goes Roshan. Refresher Shard for Ori. So, oh, Aghanim's Disruptor.
that Prophet with Refresher Shard, and she's about to hit level 25. Sven already is.
Disruptor with double cheese.
They can't chase her down. If she pops her ulti pre-Doom, like she can just run away. So I still think Darkseer needs to be targeted with that Doom.
Yeah, it feels that way. Blink Force, Greaves, Cheese, Crimson Guard. On top of all of his beautiful spells for these team fights, Yang most certainly should be that. At least one of the Dooms. Seeing as we have two of them now with that Refresher Orb. Try and focus the Darkseer as best you can. Who do they give this DD to? Do they scout it out even? Yang has a bottle, but surely Paparazzi wants this. Ping it for him. There we go. Oh, they all ping it. They're all pinging the DD rune. Assault Cure Acid backpack. Bottle in inventory. Double damage rune ready to go. Can Vici actually finish this game off, though? Can they give NIP the killing blow? And it's been smoke after... They're chain smoking this Vici team.
Yeah, Disruptor and Darkseer both have cheese because Sven didn't pop his in the previous fight. There he goes. Crit on the last hit.
Not this time.
Yes.
Well, on the creeps. Yeah. Technically, yes. In onto the buildings. 43 minutes in, we will lose our first lane of barracks here for NIP. A glyph utilized for that top tier 3. But with no Ogre for 30 seconds here, you're still looking at a 4v5 fight potentially and a double damage rune Sven as they do catch Saxa pre-BKB, the vac back into the stun, but the Static Storm comes a little bit late. The BKB from Paparazzi used early on, but the 2.2k crit clears up Saxa, forces his buyback as they've doomed up Darkseer up to the north. 3-3. Has also found the Doom onto the DP, but he's trapped. 1 versus 3, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Meanwhile, back towards the tier 4s, they do drop the Sven's first life. Aegis reclaimed and the Wukong's comes out. Paparazzi blinks out though. See ya, guys. Can't catch me. Refresher Shard from Ori. Finally, we get that second DP ulti, and they should look to clear out the rest of this base.
Darkseer's buying back. Same goes for Nyx Assassin. They want to finish this game right now.
Second lane of barracks gone. Ace, 30 seconds for his BKB to come back off cooldown. PPD just gonna have to frontline this one, tank it as much as he can. Nice pre-glimmer there from the Disruptor. Sax's Blink Hex, not enough to catch him, and there we have it, back into the Stormhammer. Massive damage out from Yang and Paparazzi, and even with a buyback from Fata, we can only really see this game going one way. Refresher Orb now for the DP, so we're going to have 3 DP ultis in a row. Mass Exorcism coming out from Vici Gaming as the Force Staff onto Saxa, drags him into the waiting clutches of that Sven. Fortunately, his BKB allows him a little bit of respite, gets safely back into the fountain. As the Vici Gaming side, they pile in onto the tier 4s and look to force this game out.
And there it is. GG is called.
Back into Stormhammer.
Very nice performance by Vici Gaming in this one. They had it from the start. Even though NIP was down 10, 15k gold lead, they still decided to take a fight. And that's what I want to see from a team who's losing. Not just stand in your base and wait for enemy to finish you. They actually made some smoke rotations, try to make something happen. Because if you're not, you're just playing to lose.